position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. Got the first down and more. Turns it on down the left side. That's ready. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it on the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Finds a spot in the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways. And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Look out, he's got room. All kinds of room to the right. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Finds his man. It's Harris. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense fortunate to ball on that one, and they'll live to find another play.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. With the catch, it's Harris. They'll mark him down right there. Good pickup, but still a little bit short of the first down. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on third down, but now on fourth, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game, in your own territory? Can you go get 1 yard with the running game? I'm always the guy that's going to roll the dice and go for it.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Quick release by the QB. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Huskies with the 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's McMillan. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The tap. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Washington. Looking for the time with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's St. Clair. Pressure coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Running to Green. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sanchez. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at the Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
He might want another play. To the air, it's St. Clair. Buying some time. Throwing on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection they were looking for. An explosive play.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback adapting. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine with that.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return for the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Scanning the field, it's McMillan. He steps away. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. Across the 35. Turning it on. Touchdown, Washington. Once he got some room, it was over. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
State offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. Spins away from one. Down the seam on the left. Past the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Tight end now in motion. They're going to ride this running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the catch, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Washington sends out the punt team. You ought to be able to use it. Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. There he goes. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many.
Touchdown, Husky! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Complete with conviction on the crossing. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Satterfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Ohio State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get blood bludgeon. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Across the 45. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Washington right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Washington. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, if you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very
out there. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working the middle. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed and finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here. Taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Quarterback on the move, still looking. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical.
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Dropping back, it's McMillan. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Harris. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air. It's St. Clair. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's open on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Snags a quick pass on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. You don't see that much. Complete the pass and still end up getting stuck with a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Find some fresh air.
Returner brings it out to the 42. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. it's St. Clair. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Wide receiver going in motion. Power spoke. He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Dropping back, it's McMillan. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
They want to throw it. Gets it to the back. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the fourth. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Oh, he's got some space. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Washington wants to go quickly. To the air on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Floating away. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's St. Clair. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, would you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.